What's next is we have been putting a ton of energy not just into our own software, but into our developers. And I think that we have not been doing a good enough job on that in the past, and that has been changed. We're spending a lot of time with our developers trying to understand what they want out of this business equation, what we want out of this business equation, finding a way to make it work for all of us. Because the reason, what I found, I've talked to dozens of these developers myself, the reasons that they've been frustrated are primarily business reasons: distribution, marketing, no attention, no early technology releases, those basic things, and we're fixing all of that. And over 50 software products are being introduced here at Macworld. And what I'd like to do now is take the next 20 minutes and highlight 4 of them. The first one I'd like to highlight is from Microsoft. When we did the Microsoft deal 6 months ago at Macworld in Boston, I heard a few boos in the audience, which I thought was crazy. Microsoft is a phenomenally good software developer of applications. How many of you don't use Office? And we had some problems. The version of Office on the Mac was not exactly state-of-the-art. And we struck our relationship, and you know what? In this industry of flash-in-the-pan partnerships, this has turned out totally different. Because today, Apple and Microsoft are delivering 4 new products based on this partnership. And we've got a lot of other projects going on. The relationship's blossomed very, very nicely. And Microsoft has and is out to continue to have a very healthy applications business on the Mac. We like that. So, rather than come out with a version of Office that's been on Windows for a year or 2, the hundreds of developers dedicated to the Mac at Microsoft have been working day and night to create Office 98, a version of Office that leapfrogs over anything you can get on Windows and puts the Mac out in front. We couldn't be happier about this, and it's my pleasure to invite Ben Waldman, the General Manager of the Macintosh Business Unit for Microsoft, up on stage to demo this product. We've seen it, we think it's terrific. Ben?
Last summer, when Apple and Microsoft announced our partnership agreement at Macworld, we at Microsoft talked a lot about our commitment to Apple, to the Macintosh platform, to our over 8.5 million Macintosh customers. Well, today, we're very happy to be delivering on that commitment with Microsoft Office 98 Macintosh Edition and Microsoft Internet Explorer 4.0. Steve's talked a lot about thinking different at Apple, but at Microsoft, we've been thinking different as well. Very different. Over the past year, we've had over 200 people working day and night creating great software for the Macintosh from the ground up. We have more people working on Macintosh software today at Microsoft than we've ever had before. And we think that with a group this size, we might just very well be the largest Macintosh software team in the world outside of Apple. We've also been spending a lot of time speaking with our customers. We understand that Macintosh users are different, with different needs and different expectations. Finally, we understand that. We not only understand that, we appreciate that, and we revel in that. So for the past year, we've been speaking to our customers in the enterprise, in small business, in the home, in publishing, in education, to try to understand what their needs were and what they wanted to see out of our Microsoft Macintosh software. And we've made a list, a long list. And our goal was to go through every single item, one by one, and make sure to address every single issue that our Macintosh customers have. Office 98 is not a port of a Windows product. It is a Macintosh product from the ground up. And, as Steve mentioned, we'll see quite a few new features appearing first and appearing only in the Macintosh version of Microsoft Office. Why don't we take a look? With Office, we've been thinking different from the beginning. when you first put your CD into your CD-ROM drive, you'll see a window coming up. It won't say beta when you get it, but this one says beta. To install Office on your hard disk, you just pick up the Office folder from the CD and drag it to your hard disk. And that's it. There's no setup program, no install program. You know, we thought that when you go to a store and buy software, you just want to use it. You don't want to sit and answer a bunch of questions that you probably don't even know the answers to. Macintosh software used to work this way about 10 years ago, and I guess we all forgot. But at Microsoft, we want to bring this ease of use back to the Macintosh. Drag and drop install is only available in the Macintosh version of Microsoft Office. Another thing we learned about our Macintosh users is that they want to know every file that's on their hard disk. They don't want these random files appearing there, and if they don't know what they are, they'll take them and they'll throw them in the trash. The problem, though, is if you throw away a shared library for any Macintosh application, that application won't launch. And if you do that with a DLL under Windows, you'll get some cryptic error message and that application won't launch. Well, with Office 98, that's not a problem. Let's take a look at the extensions folder. I don't know what all these files are, this Olay crap. Let's just throw it in the trash. Now let's empty the trash to show you we're not fooling. Did we just empty the trash? Okay, now let's launch Word 98. What's going to happen is Word's going to notice that some files it needs are missing, and it's going to automatically put them back using a compressed hidden copy of those files. We call this technique self-repairing applications, and again, it's only available in the Macintosh version of Microsoft Office. You can also rename your hard disk, rename your folders, move them around, and everything still works because it's a Macintosh. That only works in the Macintosh version of Microsoft Office. At Microsoft, we love Mac OS 8. We think Mac OS 8 is great. So has anybody here not upgraded to Mac OS 8? Well, I don't know what you're waiting for because you should go and buy it and then get 8.1 for free. But we think it's very important to support Mac OS 8. So we'll support all the Mac OS 8 visuals. The tabs and the dialog boxes look just like Mac OS 8, not like Windows. Our checkboxes look just like Mac OS 8. Every control, even the shade of gray we use in the dialogues, just like Mac OS 8. But where we put the OK and cancel buttons, the way a Macintosh application should look, not like a Windows application. We'll support contextual menus throughout Microsoft Office 98. Everywhere you control-click inside of Office, you'll get a contextual menu appropriate to the task you want to accomplish. I said earlier that we made a list of all the things our Macintosh customers wanted. One of the things that really pissed people off is that we got rid of the font menu inside of Word 6. Well, you were right, we were wrong, and we put it back. Not only did we put it back, we've made it better. Because it's now a WYSIWYG font menu, and it shows you exactly what the font is going to look like. Only in the Macintosh version of Microsoft Office. We also put back the work menu, which people liked. We also wanted to make sure that Word 98 was a great upgrade for Word 5.1 users. So if you like the Word 5.1 interface, fine, you got it. You just pick Word 5.1 menus, you get the Word 5.1 menus, toolbar, ribbon, ruler. Even every command key equivalent is exactly the same as Word 5.1. Another thing we thought was very important to do was to support QuickTime VR and QuickTime 3.0. So every Office application supports QuickTime VR, and you can see a QuickTime VR panorama or video.